west wind. So 2023, breaking in the new ride, breaking in the new It's really warm out. This is the first chance I've got this year to knock the rust off. We're losing the sun too, right? When you go live, we lost the sunshine. I'm excited about this year. I've got the new live turret on my Humminbird. Last year I had the just right turret and it worked great, but it had some dead spots and I got the slower geared one, so it wasn't perfect. And this is the first time I've been on the water with the new live turret. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. We'll check that out. We'll go over some of the features of the Skeeter. It's basically the same I've had for a while. I've got two Humminbird Helix 12s. I kind of keep it basic with the my setup so far. I mean, I remember old school using a flasher, fishing, but with today's technology, you have to keep up. And I'm old school enough that I've got to figure out how to keep up. And I've been using the live target or the Mega Live since last year and had some good success with it. I like it. But I think with this new turn, I'm going to have more success. All right, somebody asked a question. Let's see how I can do that with this phone. Then we'll start working over at the checking out the boat. If my microphone's working, I know it's really windy and the mic could be really, and we're going to have the graph running the whole time, so. I'm going to switch this around, see if you can see that. There's some rust balls right here. That's pretty nice. There's actually some fish over there. So we've got a Yamaha 250 with Raptors. And when you're breaking in a Yamaha, you've got to have 2 hours of idling and then another 6 or 8 varying the speed. In the back, I've got Continental batteries, no lithiums for me. Still kind of old school that way. Big open bilge area. 4-bank charger. I haven't rigged up all my rods yet. I've got them in the boat, but they're kind of scattered. And same with the tackle. It needs some work. Like I say, knocking off the rust. I think this light on the side is the coolest thing. Looks good. But up here is the new daddy. See if you can see that. Live turret. Got to get this going. This. That's the thing about breaking in the boat. You just got to move everything around, get right. Like that cable's not laying right yet, but it will. haven't put it on. I haven't installed it yet because I don't know exactly where I want it. Maybe over here. So it'll be out of the way of getting in and out of the boat. Let's get this graph going. And I haven't done anything to this graph. There's down scan. Trolling motor's working. Let's see if we can get Mega Live up. Hey, Mark. I know it's moving very fast. Technology is. Let's see. So far, Mega Live isn't coming up. Maybe because this back one's not going. Let's see. It's connected now to the trolling motor. Let's see if that'll get the Mega Live connected. Water temp's 56 degrees. That's not bad for January. And I'm out here in shorts and flip flops with no tan. Yeah, a punching rod in a big way. Yes, sir. And a frog. Put all this stuff up. Let's see. There's the map. We'll get the new. I've got the new version of Lake Master, the V version. We're going to load that up here a little bit. Foot pedal connected. Heading sensor connected. Okay, so here we got Mega Live. All right. And we're going to turn it. Hope you're getting this. Okay, that turns off. This button turns off the pinging. That's probably target lock. I'm going to go back to the left. Looks like some shad. Brush pile. So it does stop right there. Let's go back this way. So we're under the boat, straight under the boat. And I think this ghosting right here, I hope y'all can see that, is the head of the trolling motor. So I have to figure that out. But the speed of this thing's working pretty good. They're straightforward. There's some little fish. I'm going to put it straight forward. We're going to go back and start idling a little bit. And the way I've been doing it over the last year, I had a Rob, let's do it, man. Let's break this sucker in. If this warm weather keeps up, it's really we started at 3, so I got to idle around for like another hour and 45 minutes. Let's check out this. This is the new Lake Master that Humminbird put out. And it's the VX technology. That's capable, it works on Apex. It's got one boat network, so, back not too long ago, for my last boat, if I put my Lake Master in, it didn't work on the front. So maybe this one's going to work on the front and the back, which will be cool. And then it's got shaded relief with color. So, and with the lake being low, you can set the depth. So I imagine the lake's a little under 5 foot low. So I could set this to where it's a 5 foot offset. So it'll be right. And then set my depths. And what I want to set my depths at, I think I'm going to go 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, and then 20 to 30. And then that'll show me the points and drop-offs and humps. I like fishing 0 to 5 to 0, especially in the springtime. That's where they're heading, and that's fishing. Even with this live target, last year I could see. I was actually kind of bed fishing with the live target. I'd sit here with my remote, and my client would be in the front. But another thing about the Mega Live is it's a one-man deal. It's almost like bed fishing, which is a little bit irritating, but you can swap spots and let the guy in the back get on the front, or let him catch one and then just rotate. But with this live imaging or forward-facing sonar, it's kind of a one-man game, because if you get 2 lures going at a fish, you're going to spook that fish. It really seems like you need to make an accurate cast and get it to them, and to get the right bite. If you get too much going on, you can scatter a fish or pull a fish away from where it was supposed to be with a bad cast, and then you're missing the opportunity. So this new live turret has a lock, and it's supposed to kind of lock onto a section, like you can lock onto a tree, and if the boat moves, it's going to stay locked onto that tree. So last spring, and I did it a lot, and I'm going to pull up, and I'm out of the wind now. I hope the audio is good. Just on the microphone. But I could pull up and anchor, and then scan the timber. Now the lake's been low, so it's really easy to scan the timber because you can see the trees, and then you can make a really accurate cast. So we would take a Texas rig, rattlesnake, Texas rig rattlesnake, or air tube, and cast it past the stump and bring it back to where the fish was sitting. You can see him. Sitting there. So I'm going to look here and get. It's about 5 foot deep here. We got some trees over here, out the wind. And we'll see what this Mega Live looks like with some timber. The new Raptors, I really like the new Raptors. They are strong, fast, easy to use. Power poles were always a great platform too, but these have been working really well for me. I didn't have any problems. Last year was the first year I ran Raptors, and they ran really great. All right, we got the Yamaha idling. We probably got 18 minutes on it right now, so we need another good hour and a half. So I hope you can hear me over this idling. I'm going to take you off this and see if I can show you the graph. We've got the Mega Live. And it looks like I'm out 0 to 20. Now, let's see if I can get just I've already set the pages that I like to use throughout the day. And like this one, if I'm moving up to an area, I've got my map and I've got my down scan and I've got my side scan. So if I'm looking for fish, then we've got straight Mega Live here. Okay, so they've got, you can steer it here on the deal too. Oh, it's not touchscreen. All right, so that's cool. Don't even have to use the foot thing. So I'm scanning to the left. There's some trees. Coming back to the right. It's 3 foot deep. Water's 56 degrees. I don't see any fish. Let's go up to the front one. That way you can see we've got some little pole timber out here. It's getting nice out. So there's my arrow. Remember, guys, I can't see the way this, I can't do the, I'm going to put it right there, and then I'll do this. You know what the timber looked like now over there. Let's see if we can't get some of it to show up. And I've only got it on 25 foot out. $25 out. So let's change that. It's on auto. Let's go out. There's 5, 6. Let's go out like 60 foot and see what happens. There's 60, and we're pointed back to the bank over here now, which it's showing. We're sitting in 4.4, and we're pointing up to nothing, which is 40 foot back there. Let's go over. Turn. Change that. Okay, up. And we're going to steer over. There's a couple of those trees there. Now you can see them. It'd be really cool if there's some fish in there. We could catch them. There's some of those little pole timbers getting a little reflection. Now, I believe this right here is the way my trolling motor's sitting, let's go up and change this live mode and see landscape. Now forward. And then down. Forward seems to be the best one. So I'm going to steer more to the left, scan that away from that trolling motor head. All right, she's kind of stuck. There she goes. All right, now we're under the boat. Now we're coming back around to the front where those sticks are. Here's the sticks right here. There's a fish right there. There was a little fish right there. Looked like it. Might be a stick. All right, there's no immediate fish to be thrown at right now. Let's try getting this Lake Master. Hey, BJ. I bet y'all caught him today. Well, I don't know. It was windy. You might not have fished. Oh, graybeard. Crappie catching machine. All right, so here's the Lake Master. It's supposed to be the new latest and greatest. One boat network app might be useful. Get this plugged in and we'll push some buttons. It's saying SD card encryption failed, so obviously there's more to just sticking the card in. It can't ever be too easy, I guess. Confirm that the map card is locked. Switched in locked position. Looks locked. Press the power key. Check the current. Press the home key. Status bar. Select chart. Preset. All right, it doesn't say anything about encryption right away, so we might have to skip this part. I don't know if that pulsing is standard. It didn't do it last year, but it could be. And it could be a setting on my deal. BJ's asking, he sees that pulsing, that I call it like a reflection or a reflection, and it's going across the screen. That's probably going to just need to be dialed out of that as far as settings, and that's going to take some time. That's what breaking in a new boat, you're going to sit and mess with these things, push buttons until everything kind of gets broke in. And it looks like my chart might have loaded that time. No, it didn't. It keeps saying SD card encryption failed, so that's another project now. It's so windy out on the main lake. I was hoping we could go throw a swim bait or something, go look out on some deep spots and graph over some. Hey, the card came up. All right, cool. Here, I'll show you. See, this one's got red, light blue, and green. Oh, man. All right, you see it? So a little more colorful than the old just blue. And it looks like Hummingbird got into the boat lane business. Wow. Well, it looks like everybody's in it now. I can say me and Lori were the first at it. But that's the new map. Hey, Steve. I had a turret last year, and I loved it because when I'm guiding, I'm usually sitting right here, and I just turned on Mega Live at my console here, and then I could steer the turret and say, there they are. So, I'm looking forward to doing the same thing this year, but this turret goes completely all the way around. My right height would come around, but I had a dead spot on this side of the boat, which if you're a right-handed person, or when I'm sitting like this, I want my people throwing that away. It depends on how the boat's sitting. But there was a section missing, so I couldn't see that. I would have to adjust the boat. I could do it, but that way you could see the fish and move around. So the good thing about this one is if the boat does move, that turret's supposed to stay. Like if I locked onto a tree with a fish by it, it's supposed to stay on that tree if the boat moves a little bit, or if we need to adjust the boat, it'll stay locked on it. I have yet to see that. This is the first time I've had it. So this is the foot pedal. I haven't installed it yet. But that's going to be nice. I didn't have a foot pedal on the other one. I just had remotes. I had a remote. I had two of them, so I could get one off. And I had one, and I could sit. that's that. What else we got? That's new. Let's try that again. Let's look at those fish again. There's a tree out 45 foot. My turret last year was slow. This one's fast where you can move it. I think it's supposed to have a sweeping thing where it'll scan back and forth. There's a pretty good tree. That's that angled one. Let's do this. Let's pick up and go out to some deeper water. Let's see if we can't see some fish out deep. Might be able to get this to where if I can grab some on the down imaging or the side scan, we'll be able to see it. The wind's supposed to come out of the north tomorrow, so we got a little front coming. Kind of makes you want to fish when it's this warm out. But after this evening, the boat will be ready to roll. So about to kick in. Going to be a good year. Got the new Camelot Belt Lake coming on, the Round Table Lake. I'm going to be guiding there this year. That'll be kind of a neat deal. A new lake, new trophy lake. I'm going to get the opportunity to fish down there many times right now so far. Looking forward to that. And then Lake Fork, it's still low. I wouldn't mind if it stayed down and gets growth. I'd sure love to see some willow trees come back. I really love to see some grass, but I've kind of lost hope on that for a while. But we do have a lot of beanie trees that are staying in. They're not as thick as I thought they were going to get, but they will be good cover when the lake does come up. Which you never know. We get one big rain and it'll come up. I like the lake the level it is now because you can see the stump. So when you're fishing, you can make a really accurate cast to those fish. It's not good for the fish, but it's good for the anglers. It's a lot easier to fish. Wouldn't mind seeing a stack of them right out here. I got an Alabama rig tied on and a swim bait. And anything else we need, we can find it probably pretty quick. There were some fish just right. Let's see those. About 13 foot of water. got a football head on that. We might be able to get to those fish. Let's try that. Those fish were right over there. They were by a couple of trees. I gotta leave the motor running. All right. Football head. Live target. Yeah, this is the first time I used the football live. It's not a bad angle. Really nice angle to hold the fish at. Spot line. That's an Alabama rig fish. Thanks, Jamie. All right, let's look around. I am going to run this boat tonight once I get some hours on it. Probably run down to the dam and throw a swim bait. Maybe. I have not caught a fish yet for the 2023. This is the first time on the water. We opened the Saltillo Whitetail Ranch for a deer hunt this year and had a good deer season. We shot 3 really big, beautiful deer. And next year I'm going to do that again. So my fishing in the winter times, not as much as it used to be, or it's probably not going to be any. We got a pretty neat deal. You know, I've always known guides in the past that, you know, Randy Oilfield, Canada, Danny Holder, they always had the deer hunting gig in the winter. And I finally got that. And that's nicer being older. It's a little easier sitting in a deer stand than it is fishing out in freezing cold weather. What's the break-in period on the new motor? It's still 2 hours, and then you vary your RPMs with no running all out for more than 5 minutes. So you vary your RPMs for up to 10 hours. Then you're free to roam. But I like, when I first break in a boat, I'll get 2 hours idling and then run it a little bit, you know, run it 10, 20 minutes and be done with it. And the next day, just run like regular, you know, just not wide open over 5 minutes. We'll check out this point off this island, see if there's some fish. Sure would like to catch a fish. First one of the year. Might just cast without even looking for them. Who's up to do some casting? Drop a comment. And if you got any ideas about upcoming videos, I'm going to do more videos, live videos or videos. I need to expand into the video deal pretty heavy this year. I thought about having like a 1 lure challenge. Like have a choice of 5 lures and y'all pick out 1 lure and that's the only lure I can use until I catch a fish on it. And see how long it takes. That was an idea. Kind of a concept for a new YouTube video. There's some shad. Pretty good little bunch of shad. The gulls are working, the loons are working over there, and the pelicans. So we might have some action right in here. Let's go over this point, fish a football head jig. And also, tell me what, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, on my Lake Fork page or my Lance Vic profile page, just so I can see where this is going to. I'm using the StreamYard service so you can stream to 3 different platforms at the same time. I'm probably going to go about another 10 minutes. That'll be an hour live. And I think the last 10 minutes we're going to take and throw a football head jig on the end of this point over by Oak Ridge. Let's see if something doesn't bite. But I'm still going to leave my motor idle. They'll have to bite with it idle.